Hello, eighth grade. Today is our very final lesson together. I can't believe we completed an entire quarter pretty much apart from one another. Makes me super duper sad, but today is our very final reading lesson, and it's going to come from a website known as unsilence.org. I have sent you the link to where you're going to need to go. The link is in your Google Stream. So, what we'll be doing is taking a look at this story called The 19th Window. It's going to be an interactive story, a Holocaust story. It is basically like a choose your own adventure book. Now, those could have been popular for some of you when you were younger, where you read and then you have at the bottom of the page, you have to make a decision about what the character's going to do. And it kind of tells you then if the character does this, go to this page. If the character does this, go to the next page. And that's kind of what you're going to be doing. You're going to be reading a story, and on the bottom of the page, on certain pages, it'll give you options. They might not give you an option. You just have to click that button and go to the next page. Another, they might actually give you choices you have to make. Click on the choice that you think the character should do. It'll bring you to the next page and you'll continue to read. You might make the correct decision. You might make the incorrect decision. If the choice you made was wrong, it'll tell you to then, after you've read that page, to go back to the last point that you made a choice at, and you have to choose the next choice, the correct choice. So we're going to be looking at the 19th window. And what you'll do when you get to this site, you'll just enter the mystery, and you'll see right in here is like short text. So what you're going to have to do is just read that text, read the short story, and at the bottom of the page, make a decision as to what the character is going to do. Click on that decision. It'll bring you to the next page. You'll find out if you made the right choice or not. If you made the wrong choice, you'll be redirected to go back to this page and choose again. So basically, the story is kind of set more in modern times. The main character's name is Lydia, and she is the granddaughter of a survivor of the Holocaust. She's never met her grandmother. We'll find out why as the story progresses, but we don't know exactly why. We don't know why they haven't met when the story begins. And she's a young girl, about 18 years old, and for a gift, she's going to be going to Poland. And there's a little bit of resistance. She doesn't necessarily want to go, but she's going to be going and having the opportunity to visit the various camps that existed during the time of World War II. So, again, you'll be following her story, following her journey, making choices for her. Those choices that you make might be the correct one, they might be the wrong one. If it's the wrong one, no big deal. You'll then just have to go back and choose again. Some of the words might be a little challenging because they are German or they're Polish or they're definitely words that maybe aren't in our language, and that's okay. I can't even read some of them. It's not an expectation that you can. I'm pretty sure, though, that on your Chromebook, I think it's if you hit Alt Shift Z, it reads it to you. So you can hit, if you're struggling or if you want to hear the text read aloud, you can hit, I believe it's Alt Shift Z at the same time, and you'll be able to have your computer basically read what's on the screen. All right. So once again, you're going to be following the story of Lydia in the 19th window, and it's kind of like a choose your own adventure, and your goal is to make it through all the way. Once you've done that, I have shared with you a Google slide. This is your homework. These are 4 questions that you're going to have to answer. You can have it opened and maybe answer them as you're reading the 19th window, or you could always perhaps go back and complete the 4 questions after you've finished reading the 19th window. It's up to you, but it is in a Google slide. So what you would just do is click in the text box, and then you can erase that. That's fine. And you can type your answer in the text box. All right. That's something that I'm doing that's a little bit different than normal. Also, what I've done here is I've dropped audio tracks of myself reading the different chunks of it to you. So maybe you're having a hard time reading the question and you want to hear my amazing, beautiful, poetic voice reading to you. There's different audio icons that sit right next to an adorable Bitmoji of myself. You would just kind of hover over that audio button, press play. and it'll read that chunk to you. So perhaps you're struggling with reading a question or you just, again, want to hear my voice because you miss me so much. You can just hover, press play, and listen to it be read to you. So these 4 questions you'll answer in the text box. You'll type your answer in the text box and you will turn it in to me by 8 o'clock tonight. If you have questions, come to Zoom. I would love to see you guys. It's my last chance to see you before our graduation parade. Um, or you can email me. All right. Bye, 8th grade. Good luck.